Hey, welcome back to OC Outdoorsman. Today I'm at Segway LA in Culver City, here to pick up my new electric bike. Now, Segway just this month in February came out with two models. That's the Segway Cyber, which looks more like a motorcycle, and the one I'm getting is the Xafari, which is right there. Here in Southern California, it rarely rains, but for the past several days, it was raining quite hard. So I didn't get a chance to take this out for a ride until this day here. So I need to first remove all of the labeling stickers and such before I take it out for a spin. So that's what I'm doing here. But here's a better look at the bike as I go over the specs. So let's take a look at this. It does have a 750 watt motor with 80 newton meters of torque. It is limited to 20 miles per hour in full throttle to keep it compliant with California law. And then with pedal assist, it caps out at 28 miles an hour. And it does have a range of over 80 miles. So the wheels are 26 by 3, so they're 3-inch thick wheels. And they are Kenda customized tires, customized for Segway. Here's a better look at the display. Right now you're seeing the speedometer in miles per hour, which is controlled by this scroll wheel. You control that with your left thumb there. But yeah, you can jump to the different screens, menus by either scrolling or clicking to the left and or right on that thumb or scroll wheel. And there's navigation that we'll talk about in a minute. So this bike is totally integrated with the app on your phone. They recently changed the name from Ninebot to Segway Mobility. So when you tap on it here, you'll get all sorts of options. The great thing about this app is you can do things remotely. This is just an option to reboot the app on the bike if you need to. Here that's what it's doing. But in addition to that, there are all sorts of high-tech features that I didn't see on any other bike manufacturer. Once the bike is powered down, it goes into airlock mode. So that rear tire locks in, or it locks up, so it doesn't move, and the bike weighs 92.5 pounds. So if anyone were to try to pick it up or move it, it would be very difficult, and it would set off the alarms, the horns, and the lights. So it's got a pretty good anti-theft system on it. Here is navigation. So you tap that. You can either put in an address or a location. So let's say I want to go to, In-N-Out Burger. See where the closest one is. Oh, there it is. Tap that. Hit start navigation. And you can see if I go to the bike, it starts, it just sends the directions turn by turn to the bike itself, and there it is. Okay, let me take you to the hill that inspired it all. So as I pan over to the left, you're going to see a hill. Now, from, I guess, the perspective of the GoPro, there it is to my left there, it doesn't look very steep. And I think that's due in part to the wide angle view of the lens on this GoPro, but it's pretty steep. As you know, I have a regular specialized enduro mountain bike, and I would take it up this hill, God, 5-6 years ago. It would be a problem. I'd struggle up it, but I could make it up the hill. But in this, just the past couple of years, yeah, I'm really getting, my age is starting to show. I'd get halfway up and then I'd be spent. I'd have to walk the bike up the remainder of the way just to get it to the top. After that, yeah, at that point I decided, I need to get myself an e-bike, and that's how I ended up with the Segway Xafari. I looked at all sorts of different makes, brands, and models. This one had everything that I was looking for. So what I'm going to do now is take it up the hill in pedal mode, pedal assist. I will not go full throttle. And when I get to the very top, I'll switch back to full throttle and go up another hill. So yeah, I'm going to switch back to the original audio at this point and take a listen. 8 miles an hour. all the way up to the peak, and now I can start picking up speed. Yep, nothing. That is so nice. Now let's go up this hill full throttle. Okay, going full throttle here. I forgot to mention that the throttle is there on the right side where my thumb is now. I'm pushing down on it at this point. It is a thumb throttle just above the gear shifters below it. So yeah, this is not a twist throttle. It is a thumb throttle. And there are a total of 8 gears on this bike. So you can up and down shift. Just below the throttle, you can see it's a trigger shifter, and there are 8 gears or 8 speeds. So that was a nice quick ride around the park. But to wrap things up, let's take one final look at this e-bike. Starting on left here, you can see a little bit of the rear suspension there on this Segway Xafari. There's a shot of the tail light. As you'll see, as I squeeze the brake, it does get brighter. So there are brake lights on this bike. And as we look around closer here, there are the Shimano Altus derailleurs. As I mentioned, this is an 8-speed or 8-gear bike. What else is there to look at here? There's a shot of the cockpit with the display and my cell phone mount. And towards the front, those are great 26 by 3 inch tires. They are custom made for Segway by Kenda. And there are the front fork air suspension and the rear coil suspension. So this is a full suspension e-bike. You also have the adjustable seat. And yeah, overall, there's the battery. It's locked in. There's a key lock on the very top left there. And it takes about 5.3 hours to charge. But this is a feature that I really like. You're able to charge your cell phone or other mobile device right here. It's USB-A and USB-C. So that's another wonderful feature. You won't have to worry about your phone dying on you while this bike is fully charged. And there's a 1300 lumen headlight, which is very bright, especially at night. And as daytime running lights, they're great. So great overall package. If you haven't done so yet, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you would, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you.